This is Kibera slum. It is found in the heart of Nairobi. My name is Joshua Tambo. I was born and raised in Kibera slum. Actually, behind is a green tree. Behind is where my parents were living. There are some houses over there. Kibera has access to electricity. Actually, these are official poles from the government, and only few people are connected to the government. But majority of people here, they steal that electricity from government pole, and they connect it to people at a fee. So every month, you pay $3, €3, and you use electricity unlimitedly. People in the slum, they have access to very fresh food because most of the food coming into the city from farmers, they're being brought at night, and in the evening we have wholesalers who are going to buy them and sell them in small quantities. So people mostly eat fresh vegetables, fruits, and a bit of meat. Not many families can afford to eat meat daily. It's expensive. Do you know sushi?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so we make sushi here using local things actually.
Not for cash crop, but subsistence farming, just for food, because nowadays food is getting expensive every now and then, every time. So I engage myself in small-scale farming. Now we have got maize and we have got beans. That is what I had planted. In Nairobi, this is a very big farm because the space is very limited. I'm employed, and during my free time is when I come here. These are oranges. Here in Kenya, over 80% of people are employed in the agricultural sector. My company is called Shamba. It is about helping farmers get the right information. We use either SMS, a mobile application, or a USSD application. What they do is the SMS walks them throughout the crop life cycle, telling them today you need to do this and this. So if they have any question, they can query back. Now the information we give helps them minimize losses at the farm level, and then also helps them produce quality crops that will be more competitive at the marketplace. I lived with my grandmother, who was a farmer, a lifestyle farmer. So this is where I learned a lot about farming and the problems that farmers go through. When I was 9 years old, I kept rabbits. I borrowed money from my grandmother. It was 40 Kenya shillings. Then I bought 2 rabbits, a male and a female. Then these rabbits multiplied and multiplied. The money I got from selling rabbits helped me in buying books, and also helped me in paying some of the fee for my high school activity. We have not received as much funding that will help us have our footprint in many places as possible. So that is what has been holding us back. As an organization, we are not able to pay. The right talent are very expensive to maintain. So it's also a very big challenge for us.
So here is where we produce the shoe. So this is our small production room. We are producing recycled shoes. It's recycled up to 60%.
How many shoes you can make per day?
We make between 5 to 10 shoes. We have so many certifications that you have to go through, which we haven't gone through yet. So we are actually at one of the process of startup level. 80% of the revenues, I mean expenses in our organization, is self-generated. Then 20% comes from slum tour and a few friends that donate to our project. Yeah, so this is our workstation, like admin. Most of the administration work happens here. So sometimes we use it also to train other people for computer literacy, and also to give some small services like printing and photocopy, just to raise extra revenue for us. But actually most of the computers we bought from the sale of the shoe. The demand for this knowledge is much more higher than the capacity we can accommodate. Like, we find more people now want to be computer literate as compared to maybe a few years ago. Like today, even if you want to work as a security person, they always require you to have computer literacy. That's why we poor sana mambo. Like, up to little as he is, he knows how to play some games already. He knows how to click and play some games. Few students who are going to study IT, they realize that they can solve so many problems in Kibera through applications, such as buying water. Like, you can order water to your house. You log in, key in the house number or your village, the number of buckets you need, and the time you want it delivered. Then it's being brought into your house. 80% of the people living in Kibera has access to mobile phones, and they have simple phones which has simple features like texting, calling, SMSing, or simple internet, access to internet. So right now we are developing an app which is motivating the families to sort trash at their houses. So you can put plastic together, separate from metal, separate from different materials, and you earn loyalty points for doing that, and you can convert your loyalty points to shopping.
M-Pesa is a Safaricom product whereby you are able to send and receive money. Let's say you want to pay bills via M-Pesa. You have to go to Safaricom application in your SIM card. Then you go to M-Pesa, pay bill. You know, there are some places where there are no banks, at rural places. Now people can use M-Pesa to get their money.
If you look at e-commerce penetration in Africa, it's practically zero. So we are still on 0.000% of what the market could be. Now, if you look at Africa right now, and this is the thing that encourages us, there's a statistic I read in 2014, 1.5% of payments in Kenya were done by M-Pesa. 1% were done by Visa and MasterCard. That means 97.5% of payments are cash. When we look at successful payment projects all over the world, they find a way to support the business. So we will enable the business to accept electronic money, we'll enable the business to accept cards, mobile money and all that stuff, but also we want to support the business in its current setup. Make it easier for them to track their money, and then as people change over, it becomes easier and easier and easier. We discovered we would not be able to use PayPal or use Google Checkout. Both of them closed our accounts. So we tried to find someone to do payments. We tried to find someone to help us with a payment platform. We could not find one, and we decided to start building Pesapal. I think over the next 7 to 10 years, we will have switched maybe 50–60% of payments to electronic payments. Why do I say that? The moment I discover that I can use my card to pay Hotel X, I don't need to go to the ATM to withdraw money to pay them.
So, see, one problem in this country is formal addresses. If, for example, I want to go somewhere, for example, if I want to go to a shop like this one, and I'm giving you direction on phone. In developed countries like US, I could say Tomboya, Block D, Building 524. Exactly. In Kenya, there's nothing like that. So in Kenya, if I want to find this particular stall, I will have to tell you that come to Tomboya, opposite National Archives. You will find past Tasky Supermarket. You will find a stall. Look for a name, computers and laptops, repair and service, and then you go to your stall. There was a smoking law that was implemented, and then they banned everybody from smoking, but they set up specific smoking zones in the country.
Nagykövetségünk 1964 óta van Kenyában. Kenya mindig is egy nagyon fontos helye volt ugye a kelet-afrikai térségnek. Azt szoktam röviden mondani mindenkinek, hogy mindent el lehet érni, és mindent meg lehet szerezni, mindenhez hozzá lehet férni, amihez otthon, csak mindenhez egy kicsit másként, és mindenhez egy kicsit talán lassabb. Ugye van is egy kifejezés, haraka haraka haina baraka, tehát ugye hamar munka ritkán jó. A magyar mezőgazdasági szektornál sikerült már itt szinte a szószoros értelmében gyökeret eresszünk.
Mi egy teljesen más gondolatot próbáltunk bevinni abba, hogy hogyan kell és lehet megújítani a mezőgazdaságot Afrikában. Egy vagy kettő növényre koncentráltak, és annak a hatékonyabb termelését próbálták meg megtanítani helyi közösségek. A mi elvünk pedig az volt, hogy nagyon-nagyon-nagyon sok növényt telepítünk le egy adott hektárnyi területre, egy adott mikroklímára, és abból automatikusan kiválasztódik egy olyan portfólió, ami jól fog működni abban a kertben, az adott kertben, az adott mikroklímában. Ugye az összkép az nagyon, nem tudok jobb szót rá mondani, mint pezsgő. Ez azt jelenti, hogy a legutolsó motortaxistól, aki éppen hogy egy motor tud bérelni és azzal taxizni tud, egészen a közép-felső vezetői szintig mindenki nagyon-nagyon gondolkodik azon, hogy hogyan lehet itt valamit jobbá tenni. Nem azt mondom, hogy lehet profitot vagy pénzt csinálni, vagy üzletet, hanem hogy lehetne az adott folyamatot jobbá tenni.
What happens is that previously an individual who is interested to register a business would look for legal services. Current Act of Parliament, which has been approved recently in October, as an individual you can be able to develop for yourself. Of course, in Kenya, government has done a few initiatives to support business startups. We have what we call WESO Fund in terms of financing, the challenge of lack of finance. So they have done what we call WESO Fund, which funds women and youth groups. We have women in business. It's a group of women who are members of the chamber, and there is a lot of interest by women. And I can tell you today that women in the category of, for example, the young graduates who graduate from school are equally like men. They are very competitive, they initiate businesses. If we can be able to achieve a higher percentage of young Kenyans or Kenyan women to enter business, we are now 43 million. If a lot of Kenyans can venture into business, we can be able to increase household incomes. We can be able to have many households taking their children to school. You know, education is very important in economic development.
Right now, if you have a class of boys and girls, 70% of girls get to university and 40% of boys in that class will also go to university. So we have more girls enrolling to university than boys.
My mom was a housewife, so my mom has never done any job. My father was a policeman. Then he started drinking alcohol, so the local alcohol here. So, and that really spoiled his life. So he used to use all the income that he could get to drink. So, and that actually made us it became really difficult for us to study. I remember even at some point I dropped out of school. My teacher who came to our home and told my mom that you have a very bright child and I think we can sponsor him. So I was sponsored through high school and then I got bits of sponsorship through university as well. In Kenya we have 1.7 million new births every year. Any child who is born, not that it's guaranteed that they are going to reach their 5th birthday. What Total Health is based on the date of birth of the child or the stage of pregnancy of a mother, then we've built a system that automatically advises a mother based on those stages. So imagine just $2 for you to receive messages for a whole year within our platform. Majority of parents who go to a facility, the only things they come with is the clothes they were wearing. There's nothing to wrap the baby. So we designed this box to act as a starter pack for parents. It has all the items that is required by any parent for them to have an equal start after pregnancy. So once they deliver, it has clothes, you need to wrap the baby. It has a cotton wool for the mother to use after. It has sanitary towels for the mother. It has a blanket for the baby. You can wrap the baby. Majority of people still use phones that can only receive a phone call or a text message. So for that reason, we had to make sure that our technology works through SMS. So of course, over time we've improved our system to work even through voice. So we have pre-recorded messages in local languages, because there is high illiteracy levels in our country. Not everyone is able to read. There are also those ones who are visually impaired.
Okay. This your boy Slit Wiz, straight out of K-Rock. This is a shout out to Hungary, cause our lines leave you hungry. So don't you worry, nigga. We here, we ain't got no fury. So chill out. It's K-Rock.
Yeah.
Nigga. Like that.
Straight out of Looney.
My name is Wycliffe Opondo. I'm an artist based at Nairobi, Kenya. This is some of my work. As you can see, a lot of it is based on Kibera. This is something I start from sketching scenes from Kibera. This is a particular theme that I was thinking about, that is talking about the straight line in the middle of the chaos. So this is still the railway. Actually, there's a railway that passes through Kibera, right in the middle of Kibera. So it's one thing that usually got me thinking quite a bit, because this straight line, so to speak, in the middle of the chaos, you know. So there's still this economics actually is what runs on that straight line. But there's all this chaos, you know, on the side of it. The gold just riding through so much poverty.
I think there's so much valuable lessons you can learn from here. First, if you look around, people here are so happy. Like, if I compare when I was in Helsinki and here, people were so much serious and looking sad on the street. And like here, always people are so happy. So I think it's not a matter of what you lack, but it's a matter of being content with what you have.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Slick Wiz. Okay.